Hey friends, I want to take you on a journey through the chakras. So I thought I would make a quick video today all about the root chakra. So you're probably already familiar with maybe the concept of chakras. These are the kind of main energy centers of the body. We have 7 of them in the body. And at least for me, this is really important. I use these a lot in my practice, especially with Reiki healing and energy readings. I really focus on the chakras as touch points or areas of focus. So I thought I would just kind of introduce each chakra. I'll make a video for each one and just give you a little bit of the insights and maybe some tips and tools that you can use to work with each chakra. So like I said, there are 7 main chakras in the body, and the first one is the root chakra. So this is called Muladhara in Sanskrit. And this is at the very base of the spine. So we're moving upwards through the body. So this is the very bottom. So this is also considered our base chakra. Sometimes you'll see it called the base chakra. So this is, like I said, the very bottom of the spine. It includes the legs and feet. It's thought to rule over the skeletal system and the bones. So yeah, this is kind of the very bottom. If you're familiar with yoga, right, the root lock or the Mula Bandha is connected to the root chakra. So these are kind of those muscles at the very bottom of the pelvic floor, inner thigh. So that's what the chakra is in the body. Its color is red, deep red. Sometimes you'll see it brown or black as well. Most often it's kind of a deep crimson red. And the element of the chakra is earth. So this is our foundation, right? If you really think about the base or the root chakra, this is at the bottom where everything else is going to be built on top of it. So the earth element forms that stability, that foundation, that solidness. So that's definitely a big key when working with the root chakra, which we'll get to in just a second, is about that connection to earth and the earth element. So one thing I do talk about and I like to incorporate is something that you'll see in my ebook, Self-Care in the Chakras, is how we evolve or develop through each of the chakras as we get older. So the root chakra being our first chakra, our most primal chakra, we develop through this one first when we come into these earthly bodies. So it's considered to kind of rule over about the first 8 or 9 years of our life is when we are developing our root chakra as a very young child. So, some of the themes, we'll talk about kind of the emotional, mental, and spiritual themes of the root chakra. So this is all about our most basic needs. So this is the most physical and material of the chakras. So we're talking finances, other material belongings, the home, and our sense of safety, stability, and security are all in the root chakra. So as you can imagine, right, the first 8 or 9 years of life is really where we get that sense of, are we safe? Are my needs met? Am I getting enough food? Am I getting shelter? Am I getting that belonging from my family or caregivers? Because this is also a big piece of the root chakra, is just it's considered kind of our tribal belonging, our family of origin, kind of our upbringing, the people that form that support network. Again, coming back to that stability, safety, security themes. Can I count on my caregivers to meet my needs? So this is also, where we hold our beliefs around money and resources, food, shelter, all that kind of stuff. And this is also a pretty, as you can imagine, those first 8 or 9 years of life is really pretty formative. This is when we are really taking in a lot of our environment. We're taking in a lot of, we're watching our parents or our siblings or other adults and how they behave and how they talk about the world. Is it scary? Is it safe? Do we have enough money? Do we not? So yeah, it's a pretty big one. This is definitely a big one that I work with a lot with clients, and I see a lot of stuff here in the root chakra, just because this is where a lot of those really foundational beliefs come from, where we kind of build our life from. So yeah, so those are kind of the themes of the root chakra, right? Stability, security, and safety, finances, material resources, and tribal belonging. And like I said, so physically, it's thought to rule over the legs and feet, as well as the kind of spine, the whole spine and skeletal system, right? When you think of the skeletal system, this is earth element. This is forming the foundation of the physical body. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to share so far about the chakra itself. So, there's lots of things that we can do to work with each chakra, and this is something I go into great depth in my ebook, all the tools and tricks and everything. So, as you can imagine, this being the most physical chakra, like things like food are really important. So this is where we want to have that earth element, that grounding element to our food. So, when we think of like heavier foods, root foods are great for the root chakra. Funny enough, right? So thinking of like root veggies, potatoes, and other just really grounding, warming foods are going to be great for the root chakra, feeling stable and secure, calm and safe in the body. And similarly, the herbs we use for the root chakra are often roots. So things like burdock root, dandelion root, these kind of things are, again, they're warming, they're grounding. And of course, these are all dependent. The kinds of foods and herbs you want to use are not just dependent on chakras you want to work on, but your individual constitution. So make sure you bring that into your awareness as well. So some crystals that you can use for the root chakra. So there are a few ways to look at this. I often choose crystals based on color, because that's a really big key piece to telling you the vibration of each chakra. So the root chakra, again, is kind of red, brown, and black are the crystals that I usually choose. So I use a lot of red jasper, bloodstone I really like, smoky quartz, hematite, onyx. You'll also notice that a lot of these crystals and stones are used for protection. So that is a piece as well of the root chakra, that's safety. So, especially like onyx and hematite are used a lot for like psychic protection. Black obsidian used a lot for that as well, that also correspond to the root chakra. And I found a lot of types of jasper. There's like a lot of types of jasper, but a lot of them are very like reddish and brown and have this very solid earth energy to them. So those are a little bit about the crystals. And then essential oils are something I really love to use and use a lot myself. So essential oils for the root chakra are, again, these going to be really kind of thick, grounding, calming oils. So my favorites are like cedarwood and vetiver and myrrh and frankincense. I actually make some of these blends myself just because I couldn't find any good blends out there. So I was like, I'll make some. So I have blends for each of the 7 chakras. So this is the root chakra. You see that root chakra blend. This is the aromatherapy mist. So this one has cedar, patchouli, vetiver, myrrh, and frankincense in it. So these are kind of my top 5 oils for the root chakra. So those can be really nice, especially if you're feeling kind of that ungrounded feeling, that you're feeling, just kind of out of your body, or that sense of maybe you're not feeling safe in your environment, you're not feeling very supported. Bringing in oils like those oils I just mentioned are really helpful. What else? You can work with sound therapy. So the note of C is considered to vibrate with the root chakra. Of course, color therapy, working with reds and those kind of colors as well. Yeah, those are probably my main tools. Like for me personally, I use mostly crystals and oils and foods and herbs. Those are kind of where I consider the bulk of the healing to be when it comes to the chakras. So I do share quite a bit more. If you want to snag a copy of my ebook, I'll leave a link below here. So yeah, that's a little bit about the root chakra. This is, in my opinion and my experience, one of the most important energy centers of the body, just because it is our foundation. And these are, again, those first 8 or 9 years of our life where we learn these beliefs, learn these patterns, we form energy cords, all that kind of stuff in the root chakra. So yeah, I will wrap it up there before I ramble on, because I do love the chakras and I could talk about them a long time, but I won't continue. So if you have more questions though about the root chakra, feel free to leave me a comment below and I will do my best to help you. Otherwise, I hope you loved this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more, and stay tuned for the rest of my chakra video series. So I will see you then. Take care. Be well. Bye.